Today, Hawkeye wants to challenge me to take the Chinese comprehensive exam for college entrance based on English. It's English. But this should not be hard because in America, before you go to college, community college or university, even if you speak English, you have to take a English comprehension. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to speak English, but it's rather just testing your grammar and your skills with understanding English sentences. So, anyway, shouldn't be too hard. Oh, wait, a window has capped. See, this doesn't make sense right here with any of these words. So there is an error here in the sentence right here. Even if you put any of these words here, and this is the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
A window has kept. Read it, but are insisting it's merely a window has kept them. See how that doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
That's wrong sentence building right there. It would be better, but are insisting it's merely a window that has been keeping them from, that would be better, from, and then we have from millions of requests to open the door. Reviewing? No. Receiving millions of requests to open the door? No. From attempting millions of requests to open the door? Approving doesn't make sense. The kids can't approve, so attempting will be better. Even though this sentence is still very grammatically incorrect in my opinion. I hate lying to the kids. One day they'll win out, give up, stand out is not right, wake up, and discover that everything they've known about windows is a lie. Because they're lying to the kids about the door being a window. So it wouldn't make sense. I wonder if we remember who it is, I wonder if parents, because not these people, if parents should always tell the truth no matter the consequences. And then I have a very strong fear that the lie we're telling is doing not spiritual damage, not physical damage because they're not hurting themselves, not biological, so it'd be behavioral damage. Windows and doors have metaphorical meanings. That's wouldn't be double, original, or traditional, be important. Metaphorical meanings. I'm telling them they can't open what they absolutely know is a door. What if later in life they come to a metaphorical door like an opportunity of some sort and blank, and instead of opening the door and taking the opportunity, they just get a hold of, knock on, make use. They just make use of it and wonder what if it isn't. No, they just knock on it. They just knock on it, say, what if it isn't a door? That is, what if it isn't a real opportunity? Maybe it's an unreasonable fear, but the blank is that I shouldn't lie to my kids. But the bottom line, I should just blank repeatedly having to say no. I should just enjoy repeatedly having to say no, or I should just accept repeatedly having to say no. They won't hesitate to open them. So, accept are probably better than enjoy. Anyway, you see my grade?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
I'm excited.
I'm a little weirded out by like 2 of the answers based on the fact that the sentences didn't make sense on one of the 2 of these.
Okay.
All right, first, if you've ever graded in your life, you have to count how many questions there are, right?
Yeah.
So we have
41.
No, there's not really 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's out of 20. Okay.
Yes.
So then.
41.
Okay, 41 is what?
C.
C is correct. Okay.
42. A. Yeah.
43.
B. Oh.
44.
D.
45.
A. Whoa.
46.
D.
47.
C.
48.
B.
49.
A.
50.
D.
51.
B.
52.
C.
C? Why? How would it be spiritual damage? That's just Chinese difference.
What?
That's not right. Like, think about how that makes sense. Indoors have spiritual, metaphorical meanings. It should be wait, no, that's not it.
52. Yeah.
Is doing spiritual damage? That should be... Okay, that's just a difference of mindset.
Yes.
Americans say behavioral.
B.
What?
B. Yeah, 53B. So 54A.
Yeah.
55D. 56B.
B?
B? What?
What?
Does state
They
at?
just state at it? That's wrong.
What?
There's no freaking... That one doesn't make any sense.
What does state at?
Listen to what it says. And taking the opportunity, they just state at it and wonder if it isn't a door.
What does it mean, state at it?
That's not even an English sentence. No one would say that in America.
Okay.
That means that China doesn't know what the hell that's supposed to be. This is not correct. It should be knock on, because if he's talking about a metaphor, his metaphor in life is that his kids will go up to an imaginary door. It's a metaphorical thing. It's a metaphor.
Oh.
Okay, stay at is a term, but it's just not a proper sentence.
It doesn't say. I can't find anything.
No, it's not something people say. There's going to likely be a lot of flaws with Chinese exams for English, because the people teaching the exams don't have a very good understanding of English. It's like if I learned Chinese for like 10 years and then try to teach Chinese in a college. It wouldn't be very good, because I was not born in China and don't understand all of the rules.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many years I learn. So that's another one that doesn't make sense. So basically this one, and where was the other one that I got wrong? Well, supposedly.
52.
These 2 don't make sense.
Yes.
57.
A.
Should be A. 58.
C.
That should be right.
59D. 60C.
Okay, so I got 18. But technically I got 20 out of 20 because this one made no sense as state at it. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Unless they're saying, like, I think maybe they tried to mean that they were trying to write an English sentence like the person was stating at it, like maybe like speaking to the door, but when people usually go to doors, we don't go to the door and knock on it and say something to a door. We say something to a person, so that doesn't make sense. I just think it makes more sense as knock on.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
It's a metaphor. And then this one right here, the whole one that I got wrong that made no sense at all, is a difference between Chinese, Buddhist, spiritual culture beliefs versus what American culture is about is psychology and science and behavioral. We wouldn't say spiritual in a sentence, but because Chinese culture is filled with spiritual stuff, even if they're not very religious as a country, that would be why they would choose spiritual over behavioral.
Yes.
But it doesn't make sense from an English standpoint. I think I did pretty good. What is that? 90? That's high enough to get in, right?
Yes, that's high enough.
100% would be 20, so if I got 18, I don't know how to do the percentage math.
That's 90%.
Okay, so I got 90%. I think that's pretty good. Technically, I got 100% if it was based on English rules.
Yeah.
That's too easy. That's harder, or that's easier than the college entrance exams for comprehension here.
Oh.
Basically, they make us take it because if we don't pass the English portion for a comprehension of the, like grammar and sentence building, they can make us pay $300 for an English reading class.
Oh.
So it's basically like, oh, you didn't score very high in the reading test, in the grammar part, so you're going to have to pay $300 for a mandatory class on reading, or else you can't take your English classes that are mandatory for your degree. Mm-hmm. So that's what they do to you. That's why.
Yeah.